Hi, everyone, and welcome to our session, Innovations in DDoS, WAF, Firewalls, and Network-Based Threat Detection. My name is Peter Blum, and I run the Network Security PM team here at Google Cloud, and I'm joined by Emil, who I'm going to let introduce himself.
Thanks, Peter. Hi, my name is Emil Kiner, and I run product management for our DDoS mitigation and web application firewall product line called Cloud Armor.
So today I'm going to start off by sharing our vision for network security and provide a brief overview of our solutions. After that, I'm going to hand over to Emil, who's going to get us up to date on all the latest with Cloud Armor. And then I'll pick back up and cover all the great new things that we've been doing in network protection with our Cloud Firewall, NAT, and IDS offerings. So let me start with our broader vision of network security at Google Cloud. As you can see in our vision statement, our goal with network security is to make it invisible. We want to weave it into the cloud fabric with automated but verifiable protection, simplified control, and clear prioritization of critical threats with relevant context. And where we can, we also want to provide the solution. Emil is actually going to talk about some of the new capabilities in Cloud Armor in just a bit that I think are a perfect example of what we're working towards across the entire portfolio. I wanted to provide an overview of our network security portfolio. I'm going to overlay this on a high-level diagram that's showing flows in, between, and out of our cloud. First, in terms of handling incoming traffic to internet-facing services, we provide an integrated edge delivery stack that includes a global load balancer and CDN that provide for availability, scalability, and performance. And then built into this stack to provide our global scale DDoS protection and a great web application firewall is Cloud Armor, which Emil is going to dig into shortly. And then we provide defense in depth with a network firewall and NAT service built into our cloud networking fabric. These same two services also provide for protection and privacy for traffic out of the network as well. And as you can expect, our network security solutions are integrated in our cloud security products, bringing in context about threats, integration with our bot, fraud, and application access solutions as well. And then we provide a full complement of network-level telemetry from metadata about traffic flows inside and out of the cloud, data about traffic we block at the network and application layer, plus we provide full packet inspection services with our packet mirroring capability. And within the next few months, you'll see we've also released network threat detection. It's a system called Cloud IDS that was a joint partnership with Palo Alto Networks, where we use their threat detection systems within our own cloud. All the alerts and telemetry from these products are also integrated into our own threat hunting, alert management, and unified security management services. And then we also integrate with third-party SIEM and SOAR systems as well. So with that, let me hand over to Emil to take us through Cloud Armor.
Thanks, Peter. Today, I'm excited to share with you all the great new developments and capabilities we've released with Cloud Armor over the past year. Cloud Armor is Google Cloud's DDoS protection service and web application firewall. It provides global scale defense against volumetric, protocol, and application level attacks. And it's built using the same technology and infrastructure that we originally built to protect our own billion user properties, such as Search, Gmail, and Maps. Cloud Armor reflects our vision of bringing to bear Google's global scale to protect customer workloads wherever they are deployed. Cloud Armor, in addition to the rest of our edge infrastructure, including load balancing and CDN, can be deployed in front of your websites or services, whether you are running on Google Cloud, on-prem, or with another infrastructure provider. Over the past year, we've been privileged enough to help protect a growing set of enterprise customers while moving quickly to expand our capabilities and scope of protection, all while investing heavily into building a cutting-edge machine learning solution to meet the evolving threat landscape head-on. I'm excited to share with you some of our recent developments. Earlier this year, we introduced Cloud Armor Managed Protection Plus, a managed application protection service which bundles together all the features and capabilities of Cloud Armor with additional value-added services into an enterprise-friendly and predictable monthly subscription. Managed Protection Plus delivers unrivaled application protection while providing the peace of mind that Google has your back 24/7. In addition to including all Cloud Armor WAF rules, policies, and requests, Managed Protection Plus includes premium capabilities like adaptive protection, as well as 24/7 DDoS response support which gives you access to Google's DDoS experts to help mitigate attacks targeting your services. Further, with DDoS bill protection, we're removing the financial risk of DDoS by insulating you from spikes in your networking expenses caused by successful DDoS attacks. Over the next several quarters, you'll see us continue to add additional premium capabilities and managed services into Managed Protection Plus subscription. Next, we want to talk about our new adaptive protection capability, which has already generated a lot of positive feedback from a fast-growing enterprise customer base. Adaptive protection is a machine learning-based solution to detect and efficiently respond to application-level distributed denial of service attacks. We have developed adaptive protection over the last several years in close collaboration with external and internal customers like Project Shield, continuously training on attack data we observe against all of Google. Adaptive protection develops a per application baseline by learning what normal traffic patterns look like for each protected application. In addition to traffic volumes, we assess dozens of features and attributes of the incoming request traffic to establish the baseline. Next, adaptive protection monitors traffic flows in real time and generates alerts for anomalous or potentially attacked traffic. A second set of machine learning model then distills the anomalous traffic into a dynamically generated signature. The result of this analysis is presented immediately as part of the original alert. We also take it a step further and provide a proposed CloudArmor rule that can mitigate the attack traffic with minimal to no collateral damage to the good baseline traffic. Adaptive protection provides near real-time attack detection with immediately actionable alerts, saving your incident responders critical minutes or hours of time-consuming log analysis, triage, and other IR activities, allowing you to safely and efficiently deliver reliable services. This is the main adaptive protection dashboard. Here, you can see incoming traffic patterns for all of your services protected by adaptive protection, as well as the list of attack alerts detected over the selected time horizon. When we click on one of the alerts, we see a much more detailed view of the attack and the results of our machine learning powered analysis. We present the machine-determined confidence level in our findings, the size and shape of the attack, as well as the attack signature. For this attack in particular, we have identified and presented a unique signature across the source region code, remote host, and target host attributes. We also propose a rule that can be deployed in near real time to mitigate the attack as it's occurring. Because of the sensitivity of our detection models, alerts are frequently generated while an attack is still ramping up, allowing you to respond before it has a chance to impact your services. When the operator clicks apply, they can see the proposed rule as well as additional guidance from adaptive protection to aid in understanding and assessing the expected impact of the proposed mitigation. Mitigations can also be deployed in a logging only or preview mode to validate effectiveness and safety. Specifically, you can see the expected impact of the proposed rule on the good and bad traffic. In this case, the proposed rule is expected to impact 0% of the good traffic from the baseline, while blocking about all or nearly all of the incoming attack. So we are providing an end-to-end solution to detect and mitigate attacks with near real-time actionable alerts containing dynamically generated mitigations, which are narrowly targeted for just the malicious traffic. This insight not only saves incident responders critical time in reacting and mounting an effective defense, but also provides the information to aid triage efforts and help explain why we consider the traffic suspicious. Next, we're proud to announce the preview release of CloudArmor Bot Management with a deep integration with reCAPTCHA Enterprise, which is Google Cloud's enterprise version of the leading bot and fraud protection product. While customers can use these products together already, we wanted to simplify the deployment process and provide a more integrated and scalable experience. reCAPTCHA Enterprise provides a world-class bot detection mechanism developed from and continuously learning from a globally distributed multi-million website install base. With this deep integration, CloudArmor customers can now leverage reCAPTCHA to detect and block bot traffic within their CloudArmor security policies. All of this occurs at the edge of Google's network, far upstream of your protected workloads, allowing us to leverage the global scale of our network to mitigate bot threats without impacting the performance of your applications. Critically, with the integrated solution, Cloud Armor and reCAPTCHA Enterprise can protect customer applications without requiring server-side changes on the application to decipher and enforce bot assessments. You can configure Cloud Armor security policies in several ways to leverage this integration. You can configure any rule action to serve the reCAPTCHA challenge, forcing suspicious end users to solve the puzzle before being allowed through. Additionally, you can instrument your client-side applications with a reCAPTCHA library for seamless and silent bot assessments, and then have Cloud Armor decipher and enforce the assessment at the edge. In addition to the reCAPTCHA integration, Cloud Armor Bot Management introduces an enhanced set of capabilities designed to help you deploy an effective bot management strategy. These capabilities include additional rule actions to redirect traffic, as well as the ability to insert a custom header into a suspicious request, but otherwise allow it to reach your application. Customers use this custom header to tag suspicious traffic for alternative processing within their workloads, like sending to a honeypot or not completing a potentially fraudulent transaction without notifying the bot that it was detected. We're also proud to share that one of our most highly anticipated features, rate limiting, is now available in preview. With Cloud Armor per client rate limiting, users can ensure that no client exceeds a pre-configured threshold through 2 new actions for any existing or new Cloud Armor rule. With the throttle action, requests from individual clients will be dropped when the client begins exceeding the prescribed rate to ensure that, on average, the client's request volume stays within the configured threshold. Similarly, the rate-based ban action aims to punish abusive clients by temporarily banning them for a configured amount of time if they exceed your threshold. End clients can be identified by their source IP, X-forwarded for header, or any arbitrary header like a session identifier or a user ID. Cloud Armor rate limiting is an effective means to detect and thwart high-volume DDoS attempts, mitigate credential stuffing attacks, all while ensuring the availability and reliability of your workloads. Finally, Cloud Armor Edge security policies are available in preview to provide Cloud Armor protection in front of Cloud CDN cache or Google Cloud Storage buckets. The new Edge security policy types can be applied to protected services in parallel with the existing backend security policies. The new policy types are stored, evaluated, and enforced even further upstream in our Edge infrastructure before a request can be served from the CDN's cache or from a GCS bucket. Requests that make it through the Edge security policy that cannot be served from cache are still evaluated by any configured backend security policy for full layer 7 filtering and WAF before it is proxied back to your protected application or origins. Edge security policies support IP and geo filtering to filter out unwelcome end users or geographies in order to comply with security compliance, export controls, or licensing agreements. While delivering these much anticipated capabilities, we are continuing to invest heavily into expanding Cloud Armor's scope and depth of protection to help protect your applications and services, so stay tuned. Now, I'll hand it back to Peter to tell you about more great developments across our network security products.
Thanks, Emil. It's great to hear about all the good stuff that's happening with Cloud Armor. Next, I'd like to get into what's new and innovative with network protection. I'm going to cover innovations in Cloud Firewall, Cloud NAT, and Cloud IDS. So let's start with Cloud Firewall. This is our integrated virtual firewall service for ingress, egress, and inside the cloud network protection. It's fully integrated with Google's SDN fabric, and the firewall policy enforcement is distributed across that fabric. And to make firewall policies dynamic, we allow for easier micro-segmentation and provide a shift to a zero trust workload protection posture by using network tags and service accounts. This removes the need for encoding static IP addresses into firewall rules and makes protection dynamic. The example I like to give is you can add new microservices with a tag, and they'll automatically get the established protection rules. And in terms of recent innovations, we have 2 great additions. First is Firewall Insights, which provides information that helps operators learn about which firewall rules are used, never used, and overshadowed by other more broad rules. This helps identify misconfigurations, attacks, and allows tightening controls for better security. And then we just released a new capability in preview here that highlights rules that have perhaps overgranted permissions, which is a great opportunity to tighten up your firewall rules. Next, we released hierarchical firewall policies earlier this year, which allows creating and enforcing a consistent set of firewall policies across an entire organization. This improves protection and simplifies complex large deployments. The great thing is that once you set up your organization's standard set of firewall policies, any new projects added automatically get that policy, but it still allows for local overrides deeper within the organization when required. We find it's really helping customers simplify their firewall configurations by reducing the number of firewall rules needed across an organization. Next up is Cloud NAT. This is our integrated network address translation service. Like our firewall, it's built into the fabric and provides security and privacy for outbound connections with the ability to use static or auto-allocated IPs. And like our firewall, it's built into the network fabric versus a single gateway, so you can scale it up to thousands of VMs. And in terms of recent innovations, we have two great additions in preview now at the show. The first is NAT rules, which allow for tighter control over which external IPs are used for different internal requesters. For example, you can ensure a service making requests out over NAT always uses the same public IP address. And then we introduced a new capability in preview called dynamic port allocation. This allows for higher scale by automatically optimizing NAT port utilization in real time. Previously, customers had to manually configure port allocations across VMs, and they were generally over-allocating. Now the system does it for you on its own automatically. And we just recently announced our new Cloud IDS product, which provides for managed network threat detection with high levels of security efficacy and low noise. It's quick and easy to deploy. It's managed, scaled, and operated by Google with high performance and availability all built in. It's super easy to set up. With a few clicks. You just select what you want to monitor, which types of monitoring you want to enable, and then the logging and telemetry is all integrated into all our own systems, like Cloud Logging, Chronicle, and all the alerts flow to SCC. We can also send the alerts and telemetry to third-party SIEM and SOAR products as well. And then we're super excited to share that we partnered with our friends at Palo Alto Networks to embed their industry-leading threat detection technologies in the product. So this ensures we have industry-leading detection capabilities, both in terms of breadth of coverage and efficacy. And it's all backed by their expert production-proven technologies and world-class threat intelligence teams, but all nicely integrated into Google Cloud, sold and supported by us. In fact, I wanted you to hear from our GM of IAS, Sachin Gupta, and Palo Alto Networks SVP Anand Oswal more about the collaboration that led to this product.
With introduction of Google Cloud IDS.
That's right, Anand. It's been an incredible partnership, and we're now taking it to a completely new level. Over the last year, our engineering teams have worked together to build a new joint product that combines the industry-leading capabilities of Palo Alto Networks in advanced network threat detection with the simplicity and scale of Google Cloud. We're calling this product Cloud IDS, a cloud-native service delivered to all our customers. With just a few clicks, customers can inspect traffic, get application-level visibility, and detect advanced threats. They don't need to worry about throughput. They don't need to worry about redirecting network traffic to the service. It's all done in a cloud-native way as part of the normal workflow. They don't need to worry about scale. This is a service that's always on, that is highly performant, and that scales on demand. This is Google Cloud simplicity at its finest, and it's something that customers should consider deploying in every single VPC. Anand, why don't you talk more about the strength of the security capabilities that Palo Alto Networks brings as part of Cloud IDS?
Absolutely, Sachin. The core of what we do in the Cloud IDS product is a network threat detection engine. This is a machine learning powered engine. It looks at over 15 trillion transactions every single day. With all our network security products and our endpoints, we're constantly looking at millions and millions of samples of malware. These are processed to ensure that we protect our customers from day zero threats. We're pushing over 4.3 million unique security updates every single day. And that's not enough. In addition to our automated analysis, we have 200 of our finest threat researchers of our Unit 42 organization that do in-depth research and have the best understanding of the entire threat landscape. But Sachin, the point you talked about, combining simplicity, ensuring that you're having security. We're bringing these two together with this joint product.
If you'd like to learn more about Cloud IDS, go to cloud.google.com/IDS.
We love the collaboration with Palo Alto Networks, which has led to a super easy to deploy network threat detection system, but with production proven high efficacy, all powered by Palo Alto Networks. Well, thanks so much for joining us today, and thank you, Emil, for co-presenting with me. We were glad you were able to join us to learn more about innovations in DDoS, firewalls, and network threat detection. You can visit us on the web at cloud.google.com/products/networking. And then the cloud networking team has a great set of sessions during Next where you can learn more about how we're simplifying networking, delivering new services, and all about what we're doing on the edge. Thanks again.